Welcome back, everybody. As you guys know, last week we were at Apple Valley Speedway for Bradley's event, Alley Boys, and we tested the car, and the car did great. But we did break a few things. We did have a crash, and I broke two cars. But nonetheless, we still had a great time. We already got all the parts, or we already got an idea of what we need to buy, what we need to fix. But if I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I haven't touched the car really since we got back home. So I kind of unloaded the car from the trailer, backed it into the garage, haven't touched it since. So today we're going to go through the car and see what the damages are and figure out what we need to replace so we can get the car mechanically 100% sound again. The first maiden test. Does she still start? Yep. Starts without a problem. I mean, what do you expect for a JZ? Car's on. I want to check the rack because if you guys remember, we had that jumpy steering issue with the old rack, and I thought I felt it while I backed it into the garage. So while the car's on, let's go ahead and take advantage of seeing if it's still jumpy. It doesn't feel as smooth as before, but it's definitely not jumpy like how it used to be. So for now, car steering is still okay. Walk around, things that I know for sure are damaged is our little hole here that we had the headlight bracket bolted onto or riveted onto. Rivet knot got pulled straight out, so we're gonna probably just have to do a nut and bolt with washers. Headlights, the harness itself is good, but it did pull the pin off of the actual headlight bulb. If you guys remember, this was actually crinkled all the way up here, which not structural though. As you can see, it's from the beginning, it's always been this flimsy thing. I did hit this back straight as I could. It's in the best shape that it's going to be. This doesn't have to be perfect. You're not going to see it, and it's just going to be behind the fender and the headlight. So we're probably going to knock this rivet nut out because it's pretty loose and just replace that with a nut and bolt and washers. With that straight, headlight and intercooler mounts, I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty bent this way along with this one. So we're probably going to have to replace our headlight intercooler mounts. The bottom one seems to be fine. We can just shift it back over. But this should be okay. We can just reuse that. So new intercooler headlight mounts. As far as in here, very dirty. We have to clean this up later. I'm going to jack up the car front and back just to make sure nothing's completely bent underneath. But you can definitely tell, if you guys watched other videos, that the suspension did in fact settle. It's sitting a little bit lower than it was. But also, let me shut this. I don't know if you guys saw this in the last video, but we did scratch our paint. I mean, the car was never actually painted, so good, but we did have little scuff marks from when we hit the tires on the fender, and we did bend the gas door quite a bit right there. I couldn't shut the tank anymore. You can see some of the damage up there, but I got it off, unbolted it, bent it back straight, and now that starts again, so we're good. So yeah, aesthetically, nothing really major that we didn't have to address before even paint, so we're good. Roof is fine, glass stayed in, shout out to Otis. But yeah, as far as the outside, looks like just our headlight intercooler brackets, and it should be good. Kyle, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. Yeah, that happened, so we gotta fix that. We're just gonna go ahead and clean it up because who likes to work on a dirty car? We're gonna get all this dust off, wipe down the interior, make sure all the dust is all out. That way we can start working on this car when it's all nice and clean. So let's just cut to a quick time lapse. The highlights under the boots, but just off of first impression, they look pretty straight. Also, same thing with the camber ones. So this side seems pretty good, nothing to really worry about. Our control arm seems straight. Check the other side. Arms look pretty good, nothing to worry about. So I think as far as the rear end, we're solid, nothing to worry about. Rear end is good to go. As far as the front end looks, like I said from the beginning, we saw this little it's not, my controller's not bent, but the little lip here kind of kinked from hitting whatever. So that's kinked, but nothing to worry about. It's still straight, I think. But we'll get another one just in case. But tension rod brackets, where are they? Right over here. They look good thanks to the, I'm pretty sure the DefWorks Power Race saved me there. Hey, calm down, guys. Well, yeah, just looking underneath, everything looks pretty straight, nothing to worry about. I did notice there's some fresh metal here, so it was probably rubbing a tiny bit there, so we'll probably hit that in. But nothing major, nothing to worry about. So yeah, all our damage is purely aesthetics. RJ did break the tie rod, but he got me a new inner and outer, so we're good on there. All we gotta do is realign the car before we go out next time, and we'll be solid. Well guys, my hair's kind of a mess, but car is all clean, everything's all nice and shiny again. Looks like we never even went to the track, besides missing the whole front end. But that's fine, all stuff that we can replace, repair, nothing major happened. So like I said, we're good. Worst thing that happened was I have to fix my fiberglass front fenders and order or make new headlight tabs. But other than that, car's good, car's ready to go for the next event. So that being said, keep a lookout for the next video of us making more progress on the car, making it look pretty, fixing the headlight brackets, and doing everything that we need to do to make this car 100% a solid car. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around. Peace out, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.